Welcome everybody to another edition of Historical Geocaching on the Road with Geocacher TM Photobug from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Today is very, very exciting. My dad and I are going to go visit Missionary Ridge, a major location, the location of a major Civil War battle in the Chattanooga campaign of the Civil War, and also the last major battlefield in Chattanooga that we haven't visited yet. That's going to be a lot of fun to see that, and also we're going to find a really cool multi-cache there, and also we're going to be heading over to the Chattanooga National Cemetery and picking up the 2 virtuals there. So lots of fun ahead and a lot of history as well. Come along with us as we have a lot of fun discovering even more of Chattanooga's awesome history. Okay, we are now here in the Chattanooga National Cemetery. There's a monument of the General steam engine, and actually James Andrews and the other raiders are buried here, and that's just part of the very nice monument here in the cemetery. I would show you all of it, but there is a virtual here called The Great Chase Number 3, which you have to answer questions, and that would give all the answers away. I definitely don't want to do that, but it's never been here before. Really cool place, very solemn, peaceful. That's my main impression. Is wow, how peaceful this is, right in the middle of the city. But really enjoyed this. Coming to the graves of the Andrews Raiders. Going to be able to get a smiley for it, and we're going to continue on, going on to the other virtual here in the cemetery. Okay folks, I have a confession to make. I loaded the wrong virtual cache in the cemetery when we are tried to go find the second virtual. It's near the back of the cemetery, and so anyway, we almost went all the way back to the General Monument, and for a lot of work for nothing and a lot of sweat, and it's hot today. But anyway, we finally loaded the right coordinates, right virtual here, and it took us to the correct spot. We were able to answer the questions. Of course, I won't tell you the answers, but it's a virtual called Rest in Peace, and we got that done. This is an amazing Cemetery. Anyway, on we go to Missionary Ridge. Hey folks, we found a really nice monument to those that are buried here in the cemetery. It says, "Here rest in peace 12,956 citizens who died for their country in the years 1861 to 1865. And also, I also saw actually several others that were from like World War II and Vietnam, and some more recent deaths as well. Just really neat place to come visit. I recommend it. It is open, it's free, open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Okay folks, we are now on Missionary Ridge at the first stage of this Missionary Ridge multi-cache, one of the oldest caches in Chattanooga. And for this cache you have to go to the different reservations, little spots here on the ridge, and collect information, and then enables you to find the cache. But just wanted to show you, that's the big monument right here. I think sponsored by the state of Illinois. And then some cannons, and anyway, don't want to give too much away, but just this is a really cool location. Definitely recommend it to everyone. And on we go to our second location that we're going to visit on Missionary Ridge. Here we are on Crest Road, Missionary Ridge. Lots of houses tightly packed with cannons and
cross.
Yes, we do. Historical markers in the yards. Also, just past a beautiful view. We're about half a mile away from the second stage of this multi-cache. And here we are at the DeLONG reservation. The second stage of our Missionary Ridge multi-cache historical tour. There is, you can see, a marker back there. I'm not going to show you the whole thing because one of the questions is what state erected that, and the state's name is featured prominently at the bottom of that marker. But anyway, go ahead and go answer some questions here. Okay, there's the marker on the very extreme right side. Cannon. Just a little spot to talk about this battle of Missionary Ridge that happened so long ago. But anyway, my dad and I got the required information. We're going to be going on to the third and final reservation where we will actually find this actual cache. Hey folks, TM Photobook here. Me and my dad are at the Sherman Reservation, final spot, Missionary Ridge multi-cache tour, and we got coordinates to where the cache is, but it is like 47 feet out that way. And you know what? I don't like poison ivy, and it's kind of hot too, and so we're not going to actually find the real cache container. But however, the reservation is still ahead, and so we're going to finish collecting the information and enjoy learning the history of Chattanooga. But I won't be able to collect a smiley on this one right now. Maybe later in the winter when everything's dead, we could find the cache container then. But anyway, that is our update. Okay, we're now at the Sherman Reservation. Top of another monument. Not going to show you again because I don't want to give it away. That's one of the answer questions for this multi-cache. As I said just previously, we are not going to find the cache because lots of the poison ivy, and it's a fairly steep descent. Who knows, we might come back later in the winter. But you know, smiling caching that's not what this is about. It's about having fun, exploring, learning history, and those objectives have certainly been met today. I was able to get those 2 smileys at the two virtuals at the cemetery, and you know, my dad and I got to spend some quality time together and explore Missionary Ridge, which is one spot we've never gone before. Got to learn about it. Missionary Ridge, if you did not know, was the site of the conclusive kind of final battle in the campaign for Chattanooga, where the decisive victory in the Union's favor was made. So anyway, this has still died, and definitely not disappointed. It's been a grand trip, and I could honestly care less if I find the cache or not. And so anyway, it has been a very fun day today. As I said, got to spend some time with my dad exploring some parts of Chattanooga that we had never seen before. Both the National Cemetery, got 2 smileys there, both virtuals. Also collected the information for this Missionary Ridge multi-cache. Had a ton of fun learning history, and as I said, it's not about finding an ammo can, it's about learning history and just visiting places, having awesome experiences and memories. And so anyway, it's been a lot of fun. I'm going to bring you along, show you Missionary Ridge in the National Cemetery. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to check out my blog at www.historicalgeocaching.blogspot.com for links to caches or any other thing I mention in this show, as well as more shows, history and geocaching, just about anything else that's history or geocaching related will probably be on there. And so as always, this is Geocacher TN Photobug signing out. I'm having a blast for the past.